Okay, if you're a graphic designer trying to make money online, put your hand up. Okay, next question. If you're a graphic designer trying to make a lot of money selling your services online, put your hand up. Duh. Last question. Why do you think this design might have cost $100 to make and this very similar design might have cost $1,000 to make? That question, why some designers are able to charge more than others, is what I'm going to attempt to explain to you in this video. The ultimate goal of this video is to explain a very simple concept of value that I think will help a lot of freelance graphic designers make a lot more money in their freelancing activities across the board. So stick with me throughout this video. I'm going to do my best to try to make this concept as easy to understand as possible, because based on what I've heard through conversations with hundreds of graphic designers over the years, this might seem like an abstract topic at first. Hopefully, I'm going to be able to rewire things for you and make it a whole lot easier to understand. So the first thing I want to plant in your head is this. When you think of yourself as a designer and you think of your design business, would you say that you sell designs or you sell design services? And if you're looking at this and you're thinking to yourself, what's the difference? I don't see any difference. I sell both. There's a big difference. And being able to understand that difference is one of the first steps you need to take as a freelancer to go down that path of being able to sell much higher ticket projects. When we think of the reasons why people pay money for things, it always falls back on some exchange of value. Buyer pays some money and receives something of value in return for that money. So when it comes to doing or selling anything, if you're trying to figure out how to make more money, you should usually start that thought process around things you can do to offer more value in exchange for that more money you want to make. So to illustrate this, we'll use the example of selling designs versus selling design services. They may seem similar, but one of the two is a very commoditized service and the other is a very high value service. And if you're watching this and don't know which one is which, that's a good thing. It means that watching this video is probably going to be helpful for you. We'll start with selling designs, because I guess that about 99% of the designers that I interact with through this YouTube channel and my Discord server fall into this category. These are people that offer a freelance service that is ultra transactional. Client wants a design done, client explains the design that they want, designer designs it, interaction over. Think of things like logo design, minimalist logo design, t-shirt design, business card design. These are some of the high-level categories of design that I find most of this type of transactional freelancer falls into, and they're the types of services that a lot of these type of transactional sellers often offer. Selling very general services, very generic. And in some cases, the designs aren't even designed by the designer in these categories. A lot of people will use like a generator or AI to design these low-cost transactional designs. You know who you are. This is what I consider low-value design. You're pretty much just selling the delivery of that specific design after the client tells you exactly what they want. There's really no thinking outside of the box here for the designer. You get an order, you get a description of what they want, you deliver it, end of interaction. Most new designers first starting out as freelancers start in this category. Low-cost, transactional, commoditized design. And if you do too, don't worry, that's why we're here. Let's keep going. So what's the alternative? Well, that's where being a designer focused on selling design and design services comes in. This type of high value designer would be focused on more than just pumping out a quick logo design as quickly as possible for their clients. This is the designer who provides a white glove customer experience. This is the type of designer that, along with providing a design, they might provide related services that the client needing the design is likely to also need. Things like brand guidance, consulting, advice, website design, marketing material design, or add-on services that are likely related to the initial project that the buyer had reached out to them to place. This designer actively tries to not be transactional. This designer digs their heels in, tries to understand their clients, and tries to find opportunities where they can help out with more stuff for those clients. So how do you become this type of a designer? Well, here's a list of 9 key points that I think at the bare minimum are essential to go down this path of becoming a high value designer and not just someone who sells transactional design services. The first thing you need to do, and this is an absolute must, is you need to attain mastery of your craft. You need to be the best of the best, or at the very least, really good at whatever it is you're trying to sell. You might need to pivot your focus away from being, delivery focused, get this done as quickly as possible, to being client focused. What do they want? What's important to them? You also need to get into the habit of asking a lot of questions before you take on a project. Why is the customer hiring you? What do they need? What had brought on this project? Did they acquire a new business? Are they expanding? What is bothering them? Why can't they do it themselves? What are the pains they're looking to resolve with this design? What are the gains that the business is going to see from hiring a designer like yourself? Doing better discovery and asking questions before you get an order is essential. To be a high value designer, you also need to look for every opportunity you can to under-promise and over-deliver. Never set the wrong expectations. You should be looking for opportunities to suggest other related high-value add-on services that are actually going to be helpful to the client and what they're after. You should also be ready for any situation where you can't do something to be honest and upfront about where your limitations are. You got to make sure to deliver on time. You should follow up after the project to see how things went. And lastly, this really has nothing to do with your interactions with your client, but as a designer and a business owner, you should always be looking for ways to improve, to up your skills, to up your business acumen. You need to have a learner's mindset. Now, as I mentioned before, these are all just the tip of the iceberg. Basically, you need to start taking actions and start adopting a client-first mindset. A mindset that helps you grow past the point of being someone who's just selling designs really quickly. You want to grow to become someone who actually builds trust with your clients. Someone that's proven that you've clearly mastered your craft. Someone who, when the situation arises, can provide advice and guidance if they know something that their clients don't know. Someone who goes above and beyond. And ultimately, someone who becomes an invaluable extension of their clients' teams. Basically, you want to become a person that when someone hires you, they are wowed with the experience and couldn't imagine doing that if they didn't hire you. In summary, if you fall into this bucket of selling designs and you want to get to the point of being able to sell higher ticket, more complex projects, more expensive projects, you need to take actions and develop a mindset to move away from becoming a commoditized freelancer. Don't sell services that are commoditized, where your value is indistinguishable from the value your competitors are providing. You need to be focused on selling services that makes it a no-brainer for your client when they're comparing your services to the services of the 99% other sellers who are selling pretty much the exact same thing. You need to focus on ways that you can make your offering more compelling, higher value. If you can do that, you will grow your business as a graphic designer. You will increase the prices you can charge, and ultimately, you will make more money. Is this easy? No, it's gonna take time, it's gonna take attention, it's gonna take practice. Is this video all you need to worry about to go about doing that? No. The intention of this video was to give you the framework you need to start putting yourself into to achieve this level of success. Can you do it? Absolutely. Start today. Start having a client-first mindset. Start thinking about ways that you can package your services and offer your services in a way where it offers value and is not just the same thing that everyone else is selling. This is hard to do, but this is the reason why there are design firms who can charge $15,000 for a logo and designers on Fiverr who charge $5 for a logo. You can get to that point of charging the $15,000, $20,000 for a project, but it all rests on your ability to build a brand of value around you and your business. So I really hope this video was helpful. I know it might be a little hard to follow for people who've never really thought about the concept of offering, value versus just a commoditized service. But if you have any questions, leave them down below and I'll do my best to answer them for you. Anyways, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe and like the video. And until next time, cheers.